Roman Reigns is the new WWE Universal Champion. And you can't really say that he's a bad Universal Champion because he promised that he's going to give you as many title defenses as he can. In fact, he already defended his Universal Championship during the second day of his run. He gave the opportunity to Finn Balor because Finn Balor never got his rematch. Can you say he's a bad champion? Not really. In fact, I'm on my period right now. And what I mean by that is that Universal Championship doesn't look that bad to me anymore. I think it grown on me just like the WWE spinner belt. I hated it, but then it became beautiful somehow. The Brock Lesnar Universal title era has finally come to an end. That's probably the biggest positive about Roman Reigns winning the championship. Not only you're going to see this title on Raw, but also for the first time in 2 years the championship was even being defended on Raw. While Brock Lesnar was the Universal Champion, we didn't expect to see any other superstar other than Roman Reigns taking this title from Lesnar, but right now the opportunities are endless. We don't know if Roman Reigns is going to be a good champion in the future, but who should be the next Universal Champion? Who should take that Universal Championship from Roman Reigns in the near future? You see people, we need a right guy, we need a right wrestler to take this championship from Roman Reigns because we need someone that people want to see as a champion. If you would give this championship to someone like Bobby Lashley, nothing changes. It's like giving the Intercontinental Championship from one Uso to another. Does anything really change? Not really. So, no Bobby Lashley in this video, but who should be the next Universal Champion? Let's talk about 5 potential WWE Universal Champions right now. And the first wrestler that should take away the championship from Roman Reigns is none other than John Cena. The guy was into wanking so much he used as a catchphrase. Wrestling. Now John Cena hasn't made his WWE return yet, but we know once he returns he's going to look like left Hulk's testicle because this guy is ripped right now. John Cena is one world championship win away from breaking Ric Flair's record. Both are 16-time WWE or World or WCW champions. Pretty much WWE title, Universal title, World Heavyweight Championship, it doesn't matter, you can call all of these just a world title because it's a main championship. All of them count. So how could you make the next John Cena victory, 17th victory, breaking records big by defeating the face of the company, Roman Reigns? And that's not the only reason I want to see this rivalry. The first time we had this, it was so entertaining. John Cena great on microphone, and he even managed to get some great promos out of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns mentioning how John Cena buried Alex Riley. John Cena mentioned how Roman Reigns failed his test. But at the end of this rivalry, John Cena lost the match in a fair finish. I might be the only one who wants to see this rivalry again, but I think it would be perfect for John Cena to win his 17th title by defeating Roman Reigns. Another WWE wrestler who should consider taking that Universal Championship from Roman Reigns is none other than Dean Ambrose, the bald version of Dean Ambrose, the muscular version of Dean Ambrose. We have a Shield reunion happening in the WWE right now, and I'm not quite sure for how long we're gonna have it. Hopefully it's going to last for like 2 or 1 or 3 months, not longer than that. And I talked about this idea a lot, but basically Dean Ambrose needs to turn heel by doing the exact same thing that Seth Rollins did to the Shield. And since Dean Ambrose is very hot right now, I'm not talking about like attractive or anything, I'm talking about like, you know, over with the fans and stuff. Although he kinda is, you know, the muscles are good, I appreciate that. Because of that, we need a main event rivalry for Dean Ambrose. The only difficult thing about it is that he needs to face Seth Rollins kinda way more than he needs to face Roman Reigns. But I think you could do that as well. You can even do Dean Ambrose only betraying Seth Rollins, but Roman Reigns is way more sympathetic with Seth Rollins than with Dean Ambrose because he feels like everything is in the past. But Dean Ambrose doesn't appreciate that, so he attacks Roman Reigns to get that Universal Championship. There are many ways to do it. Either way, I do think it could be a great rivalry for the future, and maybe Dean Ambrose is the next Universal Champion. Judging by his previous WWE title run, which was terrible by the way, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen, but hopefully he can regain WWE's trust. Be quite honest with you, it wasn't his fault. The next one is kinda surprising. You won't believe what I'm going to say, but it's Bobby Roode. I made it clear to you guys so many times that I think Bobby Roode is the most boring WWE wrestler in the WWE right now. So that's kinda the reason why I'm actually mentioning him in this video. We need the NXT Bobby Roode back. We need the arrogant a-hole who doesn't care about anyone. He was so great on NXT, but once WWE brought him into the main roster as a babyface, I feel like he lost every bit of charisma that he had. Bobby Roode was one of the most entertaining acts on NXT, and now all Bobby Roode has is a catchphrase, glorious. Not the best way to book a guy. So what you need to do is a random tag team match. Roman Reigns, Bobby Roode versus Kevin Owens and anyone else, I don't care. Bobby Roode and Roman Reigns win the match, they are celebrating, however, Bobby Roode attacks him from behind and just raises the championship, and in my opinion that would really work. Imagine this, people know how great Bobby Roode is, they are waiting for that heel turn, they are about to give up, but then he snaps and becomes entertaining again. And wins the Universal Championship perhaps. Amazing. Braun Strowman, this is an obvious one, he's already Mr. Money in the Bank, so it's bound to happen, and he's so over with the fans. He needed to be the Universal Champion like 2-3 months ago. I think the biggest positive about Braun Strowman being the Universal Champion would be the fact that he could be a dominant, strong champion like Brock Lesnar, who is also not a part-timer. So he could be as strong as Brock Lesnar, he could be so dominant, beating every single superstar who's challenging him, but he's also wrestling on Monday Night Raw, so it's like a better version of Brock Lesnar for a champion. I'm not quite sure how much I trust Braun Strowman's in-ring ability, but he is getting better and better every month. Just imagine how weird this is. Braun Strowman is one of the biggest stars on Monday Night Raw, but the only championship that he had was a tag team title with a kid. Just think about that. I guess the only negative about Braun Strowman is that he is Mr. Money in the Bank. He never needed this briefcase. Pretty much anyone as Mr. Money in the Bank would make way more sense. The Miz who could be cashing in against AJ Styles right now. Kevin Owens who could be cashing in on Roman Reigns. But now we have a monster who can pretty much defeat both Raw and SmackDown in one night. And the whole point of the briefcase is to have a shortcut. Braun Strowman doesn't need one, as far as I'm concerned, yeah. Drew McIntyre. If I could choose Universal Championship rivalry right now, I would pick Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre without even thinking. Two big dominant guys, one babyface, one heel, just battling it out for the Universal Championship. And there's something special about Drew McIntyre, and that's not his ability to play with a guitar. Believe me, no. Please WWE, don't even remind us of that era.
Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man?
Oh, and by the way, does everyone actually remember this? There's something special about Drew McIntyre, and that something is the fact that he is legit. There are not many heels in the WWE who are heels but also not pretty much pussies. You can take Kevin Owens for example, great heel, great performer, one of the most entertaining guys on the roster, but he's not legit, and SummerSlam really proves that. Drew McIntyre is a heel, but he's also not afraid of a fight. WWE did such a great job with Drew McIntyre's image. You see Roman Reigns is the face of the WWE. You don't see a lot of guys beating Roman Reigns. You see a lot of great rivalries, but can they beat him? Not really. When you look at Drew McIntyre, I honestly think that he has a chance on beating Roman Reigns. I'm obviously talking about in kayfabe wise. I do realize that it's scripted. Let's do this. Dolph Ziggler gets his Intercontinental Championship back and Drew McIntyre gets the Universal Champion. So if I could pick a guy who should be the next WWE Universal Champion, I think my first choice would be Drew McIntyre. Please don't ruin this man. Anyways guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to see a similar video with the WWE Championship, let me know in the comments below, and also just drop that like, I don't know. If you want to support the channel, make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all links are in the description below, and also my second channel, Greatness TV, the link is in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. The Great One, peace, love and hugs. It's been a pleasure.